Yeah. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. I was heavy on that Nice for What, that Nice for What by Drake this morning. I don't know, there's something about that track just kind of gets me through. It's just the track of the day. I was feeling it all run. I was feeling it the entire run, right? And it got me thinking about the first person to ever tell me about that track. It was back when I was a trainer at 9 Round, and there was, there was a lady that came, a client, I'll call her a client, right? Client that came into the 9 Round in which I was a trainer at one morning, who had, Aswand Cruickshank written all over. Aswand Cruickshank written all over, all right? I was fresh off the run. Like I do now. Back then I would run before, I'd take a run before, and then I'd start working. My mind would be fresh, I'd be ready to go. She's Latina, straight out of Hialeah. I mean, just in there in the morning, just showing up in the morning means, you're somebody that Aswand Cruickshank needs to be getting to know, right? So check me out. Before we start the workout, and this was early in the morning, right? Before we start the workout, I asked her, I'm like, yo, you got any tracks, any new tracks or new songs you like to listen to? She goes, I'm really feeling that Drake song, Nice for What? And I started bumping that, and I remember actually that next morning, I literally ran to that my entire morning run was Nice for What? Gotta hit the angles, and you're showing off, but it's all right. And you're showing off. It's a short life. How the man life goes. I mean, just absolutely, he does his thing on that track, if you heard that track. But anyway, here's today's thought. I can't their name. I want to say her name, but it's kind of slipping my mind right now, and I don't want to mispronounce it, so I won't even put her name out there. But anyway, I'll just call her the client. I think there's a picture of us. There's a picture somewhere on my Instagram account. I'll look for it and shit like that. But anyway, here's why I know of her. Why I'll never forget her. A lot of times people gotta understand. It's very important that you tell your story. Tell your story to strangers, because it's the stories. People will forget your name. People will forget a lot of the things about you, but they will not forget you if you tell your story and you're transparent about it, all right? And the reason I remember this particular client is because there had a time in the morning. It was maybe the first couple of weeks after she signed up, and she started getting a little comfortable with telling me shit and stuff like that. And she was telling me how she decided, or why she decided to come to 9 Round and learn how to box and stuff. And she was telling me that she was just recently, this isn't like old news. This is like a recent, fresh, nasty breakup that she had to go through. Just fresh, like she's still fresh dealing with a nasty breakup. That's what got her into let me punch something, let me, channel this energy, channel this hurt, channel this anger into a positive way. Let me learn how to punch, learn some combos, some jabs, cross uppercuts, all that kind of stuff, right? And then that's not where I'm ending, all right? Stay with me on this, stay with me. All right, very important that you catch this next point, okay? Because her next move was to bring her daughter. She brought her daughter to the 9 Round sessions, to the workouts with her. So she and I believe it was a 13-year-old daughter would do the workouts together, and she would show her daughter how to, be single and deal with rejection. And she used it as a teaching tool. And it put together an incredible blueprint in regards to whether you're a man or woman, when you're dealing with breakups, when you're dealing with someone that hurt you, when you're dealing with an unforeseen circumstance in which someone else or you have to be on your own, someone else has caused harm to you. That's how you put it in productive ways, all right? She brought her daughter in, and I'll never forget, because they had a session in which I was on with, I was feeling it. And I guess her daughter was there with me, or not with me, but with her, and she heard how I used to be yelling at them, motivating them and all that kind of stuff. I didn't come up with the whole Move Swiftly speaker by just waking up every morning. I actually did it by motivating a lot of different people, right? And she came back one day for a workout, and she just came by herself. I guess her daughter was with the father or whatever it was. And the first thing she says to me, she goes, "Hey, my daughter imitates you now." My daughter imitates you. Now she's screaming, 30 seconds, right? All the little motivational quotes I used to say and stuff like that back then. So again, the main takeaway, the main thing you need to extract from everything I'm telling you right now is fucked up shit is going to happen in life. Fucked up shit is going to happen in life. People are going to break your heart. People are going to cheat on you. Going to be breakups, all that kind of stuff. The point is channeling that aggression, channeling those anger, channeling those feelings into doing something productive, into a workout, into something in which the youngins could look up to you, and you could be a model, be an example. And that's how you find your way in this world. That's how you find your place in this world. That's the name of this podcast, right? The Move Swiftly podcast, finding your place in this world. All right, take that one into consideration, because again, I like I said, her name is kind of fuzzy to me, but I remember her story, and I remember with her actions, the actions that she took when she dealt with something that was just, again, very, very heartbreaking and very, very difficult. All right, dive deeper into all of this. Main website, makeyourmove.com. That's MAKEYAMOVE.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.